Okay, Eric, do you want to still lead the meeting or do you want me
Yeah,
to?
I'll do the best I can here remotely. So we'll call the meeting to order.
Okay,
I don't have an agenda in front of me, so I'm just winging it here. We'll start with the reading and the approval of the minutes from our last meeting. So I need a motion to accept that.
So moved.
Need a second?
I'll
I'll
second it.
second it.
And all those in favor? Aye. Go ahead, April.
okay, I sent out the cash flow and the check detail for July.
Okay, so I need a motion to approve that.
I'll approve.
Okay, need a second?
So I'll second it.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I will get more information on the QuickBooks. Our accountant is going to be retiring, but she only comes in like one day a week to reconcile for me. I am working on QuickBooks 2013 because I'm cheap and I never want to update or buy new software. But now it's subscription based, so it can go to the cloud. And then I might be able to keep Deb Jones on. So I will get all that information together when I do the budget for October.
Yeah, I use that, April, the QuickBooks Online,
Yeah.
and it's the way to go no matter what, because everything is backed up on the cloud. You don't have to worry about updates or any of that stuff. And yeah, I mean, my accountant person does it almost all remotely too, because they can just see everything. And the nice part is they can do something that day if there's an issue or you need something corrected, because they can access it. So I certainly think that's the way to go.
Yep.
April, I have a QuickBooks accountant. So if I can get a discount if I signed up through there, so we could talk about that because I do books for people.
Okay, I'll talk to Donna. Referral. Okay. Just an update, New Athens Gen, the true up is going to be coming in and it's $211,216. So for the last couple of years, we have been operating in a definitely nice black with them. There were a few years there that we got zero. So
Yeah.
yeah,
That's like the best I think we've gotten, like, I think ever in a long time since I can remember.
yep. So that'll be coming in soon. I added Flipmine Solar to the project updates. I read in the paper that they're going to be starting in September. So I've asked Paul to reach out to their attorney. I mean, that was last night when I asked.
Yeah, I sent him a note. I'll call him in the morning, but so yeah, that obviously there's that needs to close,
Right, they can't use their sales tax exemption until they close.
Yeah.
Closing. Okay. So I will follow up with Paul on that. I'll move Loves to review at the end of the meeting. Chippy, I added this. I think Paul got a copy of it as well in the mail. They have their completion and exemption certificate, commencement certificate. So I will begin billing them for their pilot and host fee in January. So I'll let all the taxing jurisdictions know to expect that in January. Any questions on Chippy?
No.
Okay. Next up is Hannah Price Solar Facility. I am still waiting on numbers from them to do the calculation if they're going to request sales tax exemption. They're already exempt on certain state sales tax, is my understanding. So I just want to make sure I get an accurate number, and then I can run some the solar model and the MRB model. I did set up the public hearing for August 26th at the firehouse. The project's already been approved, site plan's been approved. So this is just to get feedback on the finding statement and the cost benefit analysis. This is the solar field that is going to be ending up being owned by New York Power Authority. So they could be 100% exempt, but they want to work with the communities and pay pilot. So I'll get the draft and everything out to the board, once I get the minutes from that meeting. And then we can approve it hopefully in, September. Any questions on Hanacroy Solar?
No, have you had any more interaction with the town government there? Have they?
I do have, we're playing phone tag now, Denise Tabor. I set it up at the firehouse because I couldn't get the town to confirm a date. So we'll see how many people show up.
Okay.
Yeah. I am working with the town of New Baltimore, trying to get their input on what they're going to use their chippy money for infrastructure. But that's another
Okay.
question.
Yep. Okay.
Paul helped me get the Bailey Street parcel sold. So that closed. That's off our books.
Okay. Great.
Yeah. And I will try to get an update from Ed Ross. He's very, very busy with some construction stuff over there. But everything's getting cleaned up and looking nice on Bailey Street. 317 Mansion Street. The lease is going to start September 1st, or the license. Paul updated it for me. And I will get a signed copy just for our records. Right now, everything's cleaned up over there. I put up some flags. I notified the neighbors. So the next portion of that 317 Mansion is we did submit the CFA for grants. And I've been meeting with the land trust to discuss our next steps. They own the property behind our business parks. We still own that Anderson parcel, 317 Mansion. And I did talk to the village about taking ownership after we clean it up and make it maybe a kiosk or a welcome center. I will let you know if we get our grant.
Good.
I added Driscoll Foods to the agenda. Maggie said she saw the signs or the advertising, so I am letting them park one of their trucks near the entrance to our business parks up on the grass, just because I guess delivery people keep flying by the parks because they don't know they're in there yet. They're working on their own internal signs. I will get Win Stanley flipped out and Driscoll Foods updated. But if you know anybody, truck drivers looking for a job, they're hiring, and so is CERTA hiring truck drivers. I met with a couple people from Driscoll, super friendly. I think they're going to be a nice addition to our community.
April, have they started hiring for in the warehouse as well, or?
I think they're moving some people from their Amsterdam location first, and then
Okay.
doing some hiring.
Okay.
Okay. The Warren parcel is the 103-acre parcel. I did have it all brush hogged. It's cleaned up. The billboard is cleaned up. I'm working with the county. Maybe I'm getting vinyl and lighting, and maybe leasing it out to them. I talked to Mark Evans about maybe doing a 1-acre helipad there, right as you come in off the road where Chippy was staging.
Yep.
And, the animal shelter said it's too far north in Greene County. They are looking at Caro or Catskill land, which we don't have anything right now. So I try to work with, like, it's not going to happen. So
Yep.
the next update, I might kick this to you, Paul, is Gateway Green Park. So Catskill Lodging is gung-ho. They're out there. I was walking the pad with them. So they have started moving dirt. They're working on site readiness. They have big rocks that they're pulling out, and they're going to reduce them down and reuse all materials. So staging is happening. And I'm going to try to get John Joseph and Jay on the phone with Paul today, because they really want to continue working through this season, so they don't have to stop work and then start in the spring. But
Hey, listen,
yeah,
Okay, I'll be polite because I'm on public thing.
Thank you.
The answer is no.
Okay,
The deal that we had, I'm going to call their lawyers up and I'll just say, cut out the crap, guys. And I'll say this to them right now, is site work only. That's it. Acquire the property.
right,
I don't really care what your problems are. Acquire the property. Otherwise, you're not going to do any more work other than grading.
okay.
And,
So,
and that's what was approved by the board.
and that's fine. They are, there's a lot of rock they have to dig and everything like that. Um, and they can line up their concrete, but what Paul is referring to is we did just approve early access for them to do the site work, and they want to close in October. So we need them to close before they pour concrete. They also want to close or need to close on their benefit package. So yes, Paul, if you
Yeah,
want.
it's kind of a mess. They got a bank loan that they have till February is what they wanted. So I just say, we spent enough time, read the documents, live to your word, and move on.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's it. I've had enough of these guys.
Yeah,
Because
I'm with you,
again,
Paul. Yeah,
yeah,
it's not like, and we've made accommodations already, but they gotta, because once they start coming out of the ground and all that, and there's a building there, it could be a whole different thing, right? If there's a
yeah,
problem,
yeah,
it's
exactly.
a whole different
And
thing.
they
Yeah.
don't have a building loan to complete the thing.
Hmm.
No, we're not going there.
Okay.
No ifs, ands, or buts. And I assume no one disagrees with that because there's no upside in this. Otherwise, we're just going to keep going and not doing anything.
Right. Yep.
Okay, that's my quick down and dirty board meeting. We can go into executive session to discuss potential contracts.
Yep.
Okay.
April, one other thing I just wanted to add that I had seen your email. I didn't respond back, but I was thinking about it, and that was
Dean.
that storage place there that was looking at our acreage there.
So
Um,
I did talk to them and they understand the deed covenants 100%. Right, like I said, we could put them back further on the 14 acres, but I was reminded, because I sit on the planning board for Greene County, that a storage unit up in Wyndham did something similar where they had to make it look like cabins or Adirondack look. So
mhm.
this gentleman understands, what we're trying to achieve, and he will get us drawings of the aesthetic. Right now, I just have the site plan where it's, 2 rows of buildings. I mean, we could pick colors like barn red, and, a facade that's not metal or
Yeah.
things
I
like.
mean, what I would say is, because I've been thinking about it, and obviously I'm not anti-storage because I own a storage facility. But my first question would be, why in the world do you want to be there and spend that much for because they don't need water or sewer or any of that stuff. Just north of the thruway exit is the Sterrett property. There's tons of acreage. It's almost the same distance from the thruway exit. And, because storage facilities, all they need is a dirt and they can put a slab on it. They can put a well in if they needed something. But I just kind of like,
I
why they
will.
would pay a retail price for that kind of property that it's, I don't know, but
I
I
will.
I also had this similar type question as Eric's situation there, and I think Maggie's point that does the storage facility meet the objectives of what the IDA is intended to do? I felt the same way about the aesthetics. I felt that was achievable, but I'm not sure if it's consistent with our mission statement.
Yeah, that's
Well,
my concern too.
I want to make is that land has been vacant since 2008.
Yeah, but even if the vacancy in itself, I got to agree with Maggie. If the vacancy itself, which I understand and I felt the same way initially, but I didn't consider the mission statement. Where's the jobs? Where's the economic engine for the county? And I think she made a good observation, which kind of dovetails to what Eric just said. Are they buying it? They'll put relatively inexpensive storage units on it, but then something finally happens and they buy it from us for X amount of dollars per acre, and they sell it to the next person for 3 times that.
That's what my concern was.
Yeah, because there is a lot going on in that industry where people are developing sites and then flipping them or selling them, and yeah, we've had the piece for a long time. I mean, we're not hurting right now financially where we need to get some money back in, and I just think something a higher value, like I said, relative to jobs, it can come in, and then once again, the actual need for that site when there are other places in the
Okay,
vicinity that they could actually it'd be better for them too. Like I said, I don't understand
I'll reach
why
out,
they
talk to,
yeah.
you know,
Tell them to look at the Starrett property, which is just north of the exit, and it probably would fit the bill pretty good and it'd end up being cheaper for them.
okay, okay, heard.
Okay.
Yep. Okay, 1 second. Uh-oh, so yeah, hold on, yes. And 1 second.